What's up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video. Just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys, girls. Really do appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the video more than you know. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. They're all free and easy to do. You got nothing to lose. Be doing a lot more Giants content going forward on this channel. Obviously, the combine starts tomorrow. We get closer and closer to the draft every day. Can't get here soon enough. But obviously there's going to be a lot more to talk about as the days progress. So hit that like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday. There's no such thing as a happy Monday when you're working. But anyway, happy Monday, if you could have a happy Monday. I want to talk about Mitch Trubisky in this video and why it makes sense for the New York Giants to bring him in here. But before I get into that, I just kind of want to address something that's been going on here. You know, I've been getting a lot of DMs on Twitter and Instagram. I've seen a lot of comments on the last couple of videos I made. Yo, Baddog, what's up with Chris? Anybody seen Chris? What's up with the entertainer? Something wrong with the entertainer? I'll be honest. I don't know. I haven't talked to Chris since the day before the Super Bowl. And I have not heard anything. I know that last year, I would say probably a few weeks after the draft, there was really nothing to talk about. He took some time off. I mean, content creators can get burnt out too. You know, maybe he just wanted some time away from social media. I don't blame him. Social media can be very grueling. YouTube can be very grueling. And obviously there's a lot coming up here for the Giants in the next, the coming few weeks. And there really hasn't been a lot to talk about. So my guess is that he is just taking a break and that he will have lots of mock drafts and all this other stuff coming up soon. But he's probably just taking a break. And if something serious did happen or something was wrong, I'm sure he would have told me. And even if he did, it wouldn't be my place to say anything. If something serious would happen, I would leave that for him to tell you because it's, like I said, that's not my place to tell his business. But I haven't talked to him in a couple weeks. And again, I think if something serious was going on, I would know about it. I think he's just taking a break, and I think that you'll see him soon. So that's really all I know on Chris's situation. So that's all I can give you. I really don't have any news on it. Anyway, let's talk about Mitch Trubisky and why I think it's a good idea for him to come to the New York Giants. Now, I know what some of you are thinking immediately reading the title of the video. Oh, there goes Baddog hating on Daniel Jones again. He just hates Daniel Jones. He can't stand Daniel Jones. He hates him. This is the thing. There are a lot of Giants fans that tell you Mitch Trubisky is better than Daniel Jones. That's a fact. I'm not one of them fans. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that since Daniel Jones has been here, Eli Manning not included in this, he hasn't had a good backup. And in 3 years, Daniel Jones has not been able to get through an entire season without missing a couple of games at least. Last year, he missed 6 games. Now, while Colt McCoy was serviceable, and we did win a game in Seattle with Colt McCoy was never going to challenge Daniel Jones for the starting position. He's not going to get pushed by Colt McCoy. We know we're not going to win any games or many games of Colt McCoy. Certainly knew we weren't good at getting anything from Jake Fromm or Mike Glennon. We had no chance when those guys, the offense was terrible with Daniel Jones. And when you went to guys that don't even belong in the NFL, we're running quarterback sneaks on 2nd and 11 and 3rd and 9. Okay. And that's really what this equates to. Mitchell Trubisky cost the Bills $2.5 million last year, so he'd be very cheap. He'd definitely be an extremely serviceable backup. Is he better than Daniel Jones? Some people say he is. Me personally, I don't think he is, but he's also not that far of a decline from Daniel Jones. And if Daniel Jones were to get hurt again because of the neck thing or an ankle or a hand or whatever the case, I don't think you lose that much when Mitch Trubisky comes in there, and we'd still be competitive and we'd still have a chance to win the game. We'd have much better chance to win the game with Mitchell Trubisky in there than opposed to Mike Glennon, don't you think? He doesn't cost anything. And if Daniel Jones gets hurt, he's there. And if Brian Daboll and company decide, you know what, we're going to make it an open competition, Daniel Jones certainly would be pushed to perform a little bit better with Mitch Trubisky behind him. This is the other thing with Trubisky. The Giants are rumored to not pick up the 5th-year option. And again, like I said in the video yesterday, not a surprise. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to commit $20 million to Daniel Jones, not solely because he hasn't produced on the field, but because he can't stay on the field. It'd be an enormous risk to give him that kind of money guaranteed. So he's probably not coming back here in 2023, is my guess. If you bring in Mitch Trubisky and give him a 2-year deal for $5 million or $6 million, $3 million a year, you got a formidable backup there when Daniel Jones is here. And if the Giants decide to go a different route in 2023 and they want to draft a quarterback, perhaps you would have Mitch Trubisky. That could be your stopgap and could hold the reins for the rookie quarterback, or he could continue to be your backup if you do go out there and get a veteran quarterback. It'll be a very interesting situation to see what the Giants do in 2023 for their quarterback situation. But like I said, they just do decide to draft a quarterback next season, you could have Mitch Trubisky be your stopgap, and he's going to cost you absolutely nothing, whereas Daniel Jones is going to cost you a lot more. So bringing Mitch Trubisky in here, like I said, on a 2-year deal, if they could get him for $6 million for those 2 years, it'd be a little bit more than he made last year. It's something that we can afford because Lord knows the New York Giants do not have any cap space, and they have to find a way to cut ties with $40 million is what I believe the number Joe Shane was looking at. And like I said, we're going to see guys. I'll be shocked if guys like Kyle Rudolph are on this team, Sterling Shepard. James Bradbury's been very good for us, but he saves us $11 million. If they cut him, he's not going to be back here. Evan Ingram's not going to be back here. Solder's not going to be back here. They'll probably cut Bradbury. I'm sorry, not Bradbury, but also Blake Martinez, I would imagine. And that's why the Giants signed these guys a 3-year deal so they could get out from underneath the contract in 2 years without taking a massive dead cap hit on these contracts. So I believe that Mitch Trubisky is an extremely economical and affordable quarterback and a guy in which, like I said, there's going to be some Giants fans that tell you Mitch Trubisky's better than Daniel Jones. I don't believe that Trubisky's better than Daniel Jones, but I also certainly don't think that he is the massive decline off of Daniel Jones that a guy like Mike Glennon is, that a guy like Jake Fromm is, that a guy like Colt McCoy was. If Daniel Jones happens to get hurt and Mitch Trubisky needs to step in there for a month, are we going to sit there and be a high-flying offense? No. But at the same time, I don't think you're going to have the same feeling when Trubisky comes into the game as you would when we were watching Jake Fromm. It was unwatchable. Mitch Trubisky's not a horrendous quarterback. He certainly wasn't worth the number 2 overall pick. Let's face it, Bears fans probably kicking themselves saying we could have had Mahomes, we could have had Deshaun Watson, although Deshaun Watson's got his own problems. And they traded up to get Mitch Trubisky, probably something that they regret. But if you look at his numbers, I don't think they're terrible. He's got like a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio in his career. He brought the Bears to a playoff back in 2018. And you know what? He can run a little bit. He's also a little bit mobile. He's a professional quarterback. He's definitely going to be a serviceable backup. There's no doubt about it. Maybe he would. Maybe he would push Daniel Jones, give him a little competition in training camp if they brought him in and Dable says, okay, guys. I smacked the hell out of my microphone. If he says, okay, go out there. It's an open competition. Maybe that would push Daniel Jones. Maybe Daniel Jones is the type of guy that does need a little shove to say, all right, go. Let's see what you got, kid. Go, because now you're not secure. This is not Mike Glennon. Maybe it would help. But either way, again, if it's not just for starting competition with Daniel Jones, the fact that you have a serviceable backup, a quarterback that's proven he could win games in the NFL, a guy that was with the Buffalo Bills last year, so he knows Dable's system, right? And he's dirt cheap. And again, if Daniel Jones ain't here in 2023 and the New York Giants want to go rookie, you have your stopgap of Mitchell Trubisky that's going to cost you absolutely nothing as opposed to bringing in a guy like not that Teddy Bridgewater be the guy, but you're going to have to pay a lot more money to bring in a veteran quarterback to just be a stopgap as opposed to a Mitch Trubisky who could come in here as a backup and be a starter in 2023 while your rookie is a backup, and then you can have your rookie ready for 2024. To me, Mitch Trubisky coming to the New York Giants makes all the sense in the world, not because I think Mitch Trubisky is going to take us to the next level, not because I think Mitch Trubisky is going to win more football games than Daniel Jones, but because I think the cost that it's going to take, or the price it's going to take to bring him here is certainly worth it because he's not going to cost anything. And again, I don't think he's that much of a downgrade from our starter. That's really all I got in this video. As always, thank you for watching. And as always, leave your comments down below. Love to hear what you have to say. Mitch Trubisky is a New York Giant. Does it make sense to you? Am I I'm out of my mind. I shouldn't ask that question. Does it make sense to you to bring in Mitch Trubisky? Would you like to bring in somebody else as a backup? Would you like to keep Mike Glennon as a backup? Or What do you think we should do as far as the backup quarterback goes? For me, it's Mitch Trubisky. It makes all sense in the world. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, everybody. It's Bad Diggy Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.